let's load this prop into our project. Click on load into project, select your project. So this is the project that we have open. Click on OK. And you'll notice now that we can place it. So make sure you're at ground level, and let's place it over here so that it's between the two beams. If I go to level 1, I'll notice that I've placed it between these two beams, between these two columns, sorry. So if I go to my 3D view, this is my prop. Now the orientation, I might need to flip that. So to do this, just click on that and use your spacebar. So this is the way I want it to be. And it's because, you know, the beam has to go inside the space between these two plates. What I have to do is I've got to play with the height, of course. So to do that, this is set at level 1, and level 1 from my project, if I go to my elevation, level 1 is set at 4,000 meters above ground floor. So if I go back to my 3D view, I can select my family, my prop, and I can specify the length to be 4,000. Hit apply and see how that increased. Now I want it to be at the bottom, right? So the bottom of the beam. If I click on my beam, so my top, the top elevation is at 4,000, bottom is at 3,400. So I need that to be 3,400. Again, I click on my family. I can specify that to be 3,400. And notice how it drops down. So I even need it a bit at a lower height, so I can even reduce that further. So 3,200. Maybe 3,350. So you just gotta play with this. So this is perfect. You just gotta play with this length, and to make sure that, you know, you can get the spacing, you can get the height correct. Now we also have to consider the spacing. So if I look at my elevation, my left view, if I click on the beam it's a 300 by 600. So that length, the spacing should be 300 mil. For my, at least 300 mil for my family. So I can do that by selecting the family, and then if you remember that shared parameter that we created for controlling the width of the spacing, I can change that to say 350. So notice now how it's sort of positioned in the correct way. So this is how you basically create a prop. So in this case it was a beam prop. You can do the same for your column props and for your slab props. Again, you've got to remember that you have to create formwork elements as families before you can add your props. So these props are got to be basically clasping the formwork. So the plywood that you create for your beam or for your column, or even for the slab as well.